There are plenty of proven benefits of working out in the morning, like freeing up your evening, fewer distractions and improved energy levels, and encouraging healthier food choices later on in the day. But how do you make time? How early do you have to get up? And what's really involved? So, Stephen Bradley here from Grizzly Functional Training, and today I'm going to give you a few snazzy little tips on how to get a more effective workout in the morning and just how to train in the morning in general. But before we get into my tips, make sure you head down into the description and head over to grizzlyfunctional.com and try my free quiz and find out what the best piece of gym equipment is for you and your training goals. And while you're down in the description, you might as well click the other link below that one and get your free copy of my ebook, Train Wherever the Fuck You Want. And before we finish up on the whole down there thing, you might as well click like, click subscribe. Your support helps channels like mine grow so we can keep bringing you more great content. Alright, so before we get into all my tips, is it actually good to work out in the morning? Some people say it's okay, some people say it's not. I think it's a debate that's always going to be there. Many people believe that working out in the morning can affect your work performance later on in the day. So they try to avoid any kind of physical exercise before heading into an important meeting or just before heading into a big day of work in general. Others argue that getting a workout in first thing in the morning kickstarts your metabolism, which helps burn more calories throughout the day. It ultimately comes down to what works best for the individual, and the main thing is making sure that you actually enjoy doing what it is you're doing in your time off. Because let's be honest, whether it's before work or after work, that's your time. So you've got to make sure you're enjoying what you're doing, whether it's in the morning or whether it's in the evening. For me though, getting my workout in first thing leaves me feeling energized and more ready to take on my day. There's nothing worse for me than getting home after a long day of work and then realizing I still have to go out and get a workout in. For me, it just seems smarter to get a workout in first thing in the day, because then at the end of the day, if I'm still feeling good to go and energized, I can get a second workout in. I know that's not for everybody, but I mean, there's plenty of us out there that are more than capable and more than happy to get a second workout in every day. But a few things to remember if you're going to work out twice a day. Don't do the same things. If you've done a heavy strength session in the morning, maybe do some lighter cardio or some yoga or even just a stretching session in the afternoon. I mean, you can flip that round as well. But remember, if you go for a big long run in the morning, you're not going to perform that great on your squats in the afternoon because you've fatigued your legs. So also think about your muscle groups as well, upper body, lower body. Maybe you can go do some nice big heavy bench press, overhead press and rows in the morning, but then in the afternoon, that's when you'll get your run in. If you're new to exercise though, I wouldn't suggest getting 2 sessions in a day to begin with. You may feel like you're good to go in the afternoon that same day, but you've got to remember there's things like your DOMS, your delayed onset muscle soreness. So that means you're gonna feel the effects of that up to 2 days later. So if you go into a big session in the morning, feel good in the afternoon and think, fuck it, I'm gonna go out and do another session, you're gonna do double damage the next day, maybe 2 days, you're not gonna train again. So if you're new to your training schedule, you're much better off trying to get a few smaller sessions in more consistently until you can start to build up. Always got to listen to what your body's trying to tell you. Alright, so let's get into my 9 tips. But remember, jump down into the description and have a crack at my free quiz and find out which equipment is best for you. Alright, tip number 1, plan ahead. Spend a few minutes the night before and make sure you've got yourself set up and ready for the next day. Make sure you got your clothes ready the night before, not just your clothes for training but your work clothes for afterwards, because let's say you're going to go to the gym and then straight to work from there. You need to have your training gear, you need to have your suit for work, you got to have your towel, you got to have all of that stuff ready the night before. Save yourself time in the morning. Pack your gym bag the night before, make sure that's ready to go so that in the morning you're not racing around looking for shit. Make sure you got your protein and your snack ready the night before. I mean, I'll quite often just put the scoop of dry mix into the shaker so that when I get to the gym in the morning, I can chuck my water in. Easy. And even your snack for the drive home, whether that's your protein bar, your banana, whatever it is, have that packed and ready to go. Also plan your workout. Have a think about what you're actually doing. Have a look at your program so that you know, okay, tomorrow's leg days, I'm going to be doing this, this, and this. Have it already ready in your head so that when you get up the next day, boom, okay, I'm going to go do my leg day. I'm good to go. Write everything down if you can, including your warm-up. Have a plan ready to go. Remember, in the morning, your brain's going a little bit slower. You don't want to be spending too much time thinking about all this extra shit. All right, tip number 2, make it straight to the point. Don't fluff around, just get in, get shit done. If you're training legs, just get straight in, do an effective leg warm-up. Just get straight on the bike, you know what you're doing. Think about the machine. Okay, once I get off the bike, boom, squat rack's free. I'm going straight there. I've already looked the night before. I know my warm-up set's at X weight. Make it straight to the point. Don't play around on your phone or dawdle around the house in the morning. Just get up and go. Tip number 3. Set an alarm for a few minutes earlier than you normally would, 5-10 minutes. Not that I encourage snoozing, but if you're typically a snoozer, allow for that. But on that note of snoozing, if you want to beat the whole snooze buzz, put your phone where you can't reach it. Put your alarm, whatever it is that's waking you up in the morning, make it so that you have to hop out of the bed to turn it off. Because once you're out of the bed, if you hop back in, that's just lazy. So try to avoid the snooze. If you are gonna snooze, allow for it. Allow yourself an extra couple of minutes to get up in the morning. Allow yourself an extra couple. You might need to piss for a minute longer. You never know. Allow for that stuff. Give yourself a few extra minutes on your alarm. Tip number 4. All right, music. Music is important. Have your playlist ready. Get some pump up music on straight away. I mean, if you live with roommates or you've got your partner or you got your kids, you're obviously not gonna have it blaring. Have your headphones there. Bang. Straight in with your Britney Spears, you know. Get fired up and ready to go. A bit of Shakira, whatever it is. If you're me, Finger Boys. Tip number 5. Personally, I say skip breakfast. 1, it's going to give you more time. And 2, eating first is just going to slow you down a little bit. Your body's going to be breaking that food down, using energy, all that stuff in the morning that takes a little bit longer to get ready. Don't clog that up with all these extra things. If you really need to have something soft and light, like a banana, something that's going to give you a little bit of zhuzh to get going, but not something that's going to be heavy and make you feel shitty. You will be surprised at how long you can go without food and even how hard you can train on an empty stomach. I have recently just finished doing I Ate Like Terry Crews for the day. There'll be a little pop-up here or here somewhere. Terry Crews doesn't start eating until 2 p.m. every day. He gets his workout in, and so I went through that, and to be honest, it wasn't as hard as I thought. I typically fast till about 10, sometimes 12 most days anyway, but going till 2 p.m. wasn't that much harder. I was still up at 5 like normal. I still got my workout in. I still trained my clients. I still worked. I drank a bit more water, drank a bit more tea than usual, but you'll be surprised how far you can go when you're hungry. And as we spoke about in tip number 1, we've got our food ready. We've got everything good to go. So as soon as your workout's done, bang, your smoothie's straight in your gob. Whatever it is, your post-workout meal, you've got it there anyway. So don't stress, my friends. You can easily get through a 45-minute workout a little bit hungry. Tip number 6, allow a little bit of time in the morning for your pre-workout, or in my case, my cup of coffee. If it's gonna take you a few minutes to get that ready, allow for that when you set your alarm as well. All these little things add up. And if you've never tried coffee as a pre-workout and you're not sure about it, I'll put an article in the description talking all about the differences and the benefits of the two and whether or not you can in fact use coffee as a pre-workout. But case in point, it works. And for me, it tastes nicer than a lot of those super sweet, sugary pre-workouts. And it doesn't leave my face feeling all tingly and weird. Tip number 7. All right, allow time for a proper warm-up. Remember, first thing in the morning, everything's a little bit stiff and not wanting to cooperate. So make sure you spend that extra little bit of time. The majority of injuries happen in the gym because we haven't warmed up properly. So allow that. So now we're pushing back our alarm an extra maybe 15, 20 minutes with all these extra little steps we've popped in. So allow for the warm up. Hey, if you have time, ride your bike to the gym, run to the gym, warm up done. Tip number 8, set your phone on do not disturb. I know, crazy, right? What happens if a global pandemic breaks out and no one can get hold of me? What happens if I left the oven on and no one can get hold of me? That's the beauty of do not disturb over airplane mode. Do not disturb cuts out texts, it cuts out phone calls, but the second time someone tries to ring you, it will come through. If someone really wants to get hold of you, they will ring you. If they really, really, really want to get hold of you, they will ring you twice. If it's a text, it's probably not that important. You can skip that part. Just get in, get your workout done, and be on with your day. No one's going to be upset if they have to wait an extra half an hour to hear from you. And to be honest, if we're training before work, who's up texting with that sort of information yet anyway? Trust me, keep your phone on do not disturb. You don't need to hear bullshit while you're training. Tip number 9. Make better use of your time by doing supersets, by doing circuits. All of these kind of things save a lot of time with your training. A superset is when you do 2 exercises back to back. So there's a couple of ways you could do that. You can hit your chest twice. You could go bench press straight into push-ups, or you can use opposing muscle groups. You could do overhead press straight into pull-ups. Great way to save time. And then circuits, another great way to save time, and it's fun. Pick out the 5 to 10 exercises that you're going to do. Set an interval timer. Bang, bang, bang. Each exercise, get your circuit done. Easy, job done. Tip number 10. Consider doing full body workouts. Full body workout a couple of times a week is the same as doing your splits and all of that shit throughout the week. Remember, if you're doing chest day, you're doing leg day, you're doing arm day, you're doing back day, there's already 4 days there and you've only hit each muscle group once. If you break down your training schedule into 3 or 4 full body workouts, you're hitting all of those same muscle groups more time. You're gonna get more gains, you're gonna get more results out of training like that. And you can, it's easy to hit your whole body in one workout in a decent amount of time. Let me show you how. So we start with squats and deadlifts. Boom, there's your legs done. Superset, bent row and bench press. There's back and chest done. Your horizontal pull and your horizontal push. Then you move into another superset, your overhead press and your pull up. There's your vertical push, your vertical pull. That's only 3 blocks so far. You could easily get that done in, no sorry, that's 4 blocks. Deadlift, squat, okay, there's 2 blocks. Your first superset, your second superset, and then some core. Boom, an hour done. You've got your whole body done. You have a rest day. Then when you do your next day, you do another full body workout, but you mix it up a little bit. You do similar sort of exercises to that, but you do them more with dumbbells, say. And then you have a rest day, and then the next day you do your full body circuit again, but you do a kettlebell circuit, you do a resistance band circuit, but always full body. You're hitting all your muscle groups more than once, and you're saving time. You're getting it all done in the morning. Working out in the morning is a great way to start the day, and with these 10 little tips I've given you, it's really not that hard to make it happen. You just have to spend a little bit more time in the evening preparing it. And hey, it may take you 20 minutes the first time you do that, but once that becomes a routine, it becomes easier. You're gonna start preparing those little things throughout the day. And with a copy of my free ebook, Train Wherever the Fuck You Want, you can get that done even easier because you can just stay home and do it. Or, like I said at the start, jump down into the description and try my free quiz and find out the perfect piece of gym equipment for you. Then you know what equipment you're using. You can use that at home. It's all equipment that's easy to pack away and train at home. So save yourself even more time in the morning and quit the gym. Thanks for watching my video. Before you go, please head down into the description, hit like, hit subscribe, because as I always say, your support means so much to me and it's helping me get that green Lamborghini and then I can show you workout videos of how to train as a millionaire with a green Lamborghini. You scratch my back, I'll scratch yours.